Golden Arches East by James Watson. This book is a very famous book that is written and read all over the world. It shows a snapshot of the historical entrance of McDonald's into East Asian countries. This chapter, McDonald's in Beijing, the localization McDonald's by Yanshen Yun, talks about what happened when McDonald's went into Beijing, China. Again, this is a historical count. This is not what it is now. This is when it first went there. So think of it as a historian, and these are the accounts of locals when it first went there. Please answer the following questions. When did McDonald's, what year was it brought to China? And why is that important? What is the Chinese reaction to McDonald's? And what do they think the food was? Was it nutritious? Now, what class was McDonald's considered? Now, the Chinese reactions to McDonald's was that they considered an upper class, higher class entity than local kind of food. And again, it was less than like large Chinese banquets that they had for weddings. Okay. Now it's very different. The second question is, how is it different from traditional Chinese restaurants? Well, in traditional Chinese restaurants, the very large ones for weddings, you have to sometimes book it for multiple days, and it's very expensive with a lot of dishes, and you have to compete with other people and having dishes. And so this McDonald's is bringing democracy, democratizing the item, and also for people, because everyone can buy their own hamburger. Everyone has the hamburger. It's the same price, and women can buy their own hamburger. Children can buy their own hamburger. So the third question, who goes to McDonald's and why? Well, children and mothers and families and single people and kids and students went to McDonald's, and it was a great thing. What was the overall effect in China? Well, it brought democracy of food. It had more independence of women and children. It had a children's rise culture for their birthdays. And again, it increased children's culture for consumption because there's lots of playgrounds.